Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're doing well. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 ways you can actually become a better trader. So it took me years before I actually started making consistent profit with low market cap tokens. I prefer them. I obviously hold all the big coins in Binance and I stake them, but most of my income and earnings very easily are from tokens that have a very low market cap that actually do pretty well, if not well enough for me to take a few £100 or dollars per day. So I'm going to give you 5 ways or 5 tips. If you do these by the end of the video, you're going to become a better trader. And it took me a while to learn these, and it came from various different experiences. So the first one is, what is the dev doing rather than saying? And some of the things that alarm me is when a dev says shill your bags, um, this is community driven. Those things really put me off, in a sense that I just take it as the dev isn't spending any money unless they've had a proven method where it actually does work. So the first thing I check, if I've come across this token, I would look at the marketing and creator wallet to see what the dev is doing. So this is the creator wallet, and what I'm looking for is what has the dev actually done, not what he is saying he's doing. So this would allow me exclude from fees. That means that there is a wallet address, it might be the actual devs, that has no tax on it. Yeah. And he's updated the max wallet, he's transferred, and I can see the liquidity added. So there has been very little promotions. I think these are, paid transfers for 8 hours. So he's probably paid some influencers, and it's been 8, 9 hours, 20 hours. Nothing has really happened. There's a small bit of cash in there as well. I also check what tokens they have. So he's had a test token as well. So I want to go back now and I want to find the marketing wallet or the dev wallet as well. So if we scroll down, potentially that's the marketing wallet. So it's the same wallet as the owner wallet, and he has no money in there. So I would be very alarmed to actually invest in this token that doesn't have much volume as well. So that would put me off for the start. That being said, you can't be too fussy for these low market caps that have 50, 60 holders. The volume isn't always going to be there, and some tokens will grow very slowly over time. The second thing to look at is the actual chart. I'm not someone that looks at Fibonacci lines or patterns and all these little graphs. I just look at an emotional standpoint of what the chart tells the story of what happens with the token. So there was a small, I'm guessing, little launch. He launched at 200k market cap, and which is extremely low. It went to 300 and people sold off, but he did get a rally on. But you can tell that every time it pumps, he's getting dumped on, or she's getting dumped on, whoever the dev is. So it's very zigzaggy. That means the quality of holders isn't really there. They don't really believe in the project. As soon as they get an opportunity to exit, everyone dumps. Yeah, and it pumps and everyone dumps. So that says to me that he doesn't actually have a community with his token. Obviously, looking at the Telegram and seeing what's happening there will give you a better idea. But I can tell from the chart that if I'm looking to invest here, I know if it goes here that everyone's going to dump it, and I'm probably gonna miss it if I'm not available. So that's point number 2, what I look at with the chart. The second one is market cap and liquidity. So liquidity is probably the most important thing I always say when it comes to these kind of tokens. So to buy max wallet, which if it's 1% will cost you $190 roughly. So somebody could get a max wallet for that price, and the chart will probably pump maybe here. Yeah. Also, on the flip side, when the liquidity is low, the chart can actually end very quickly. So what I would look at to give you an idea of if you should invest, now this liquidity could be drained very quickly. Yeah. So I look at what are the holders like. Yeah. And that's a contract address. So there's a 3% wallet, and I would be very interested to know, if it does show up, how much that is worth. in terms of liquidity. So maybe we can try and input it in here and see how much that actually is worth. Let me take that off. And then try and work out. This doesn't seem to be loading, but I would input it, connect your wallet, and then I would see what that is worth. Let's say it's worth $500, for example. That person could drain the liquidity completely. So that would alarm me. I always look for big wallets. I don't mind big wallets, but I'm very worried when the liquidity is low and the market cap is low. I'm not fussed about market cap. I look at liquidity and what's the ratio between them. So if it's 10% or 20%, 20% is more solid, 10% is more, you're going to get pumps. Now, the good thing is when there are pumps, you can profit very quickly. Yeah. So when the liquidity is low, the market cap can go up. That's why you have these zigzag lines. Each candle is like a sell and it's a big candle on that. So I would look at that. Point number 4 is what promos have they done? What promotional, we had a look at the marketing wallet. They haven't got much cash in there because it's a very low cap. But what promotion have they done with that? I have experience running tokens, some small, some large, some with high market cap, some with low, etc. So I know what marketing works. So I have that advantage over most people. So if I see them using a particular caller, I would probably think, oh, that's a bad call. They're a little inexperienced. Probably this is going to go nowhere. Or I know that person's, call channel is very low quality holders. And what I mean by low quality holders is they don't understand and they sell very early. They're not particularly looking at holding and they damage the chart and put you at a loss. So that's one of the things I look at. That's like point number 4. So that takes a lot of experience and getting to know what actually works. So if you see like a dev that's running PooCoin ads, he's all over Reddit, he's running ads on other websites, and he's using various callers, and people are calling it for free even, and the chat's very active. If you've got influencers actually in the chat, that's a really good sign because they believe in the project and they're probably holding as well, and they don't particularly do that too often. So yeah, I think that's something to look at. Check the pin messages. If nothing's happened and the chart is pumping, probably that means that somebody knows that this dev is really good, or this team. Which brings me to the 5th point. And this point isn't really that exciting, but to me it's one of the most important things I look at is the team. What does the team consist of? If it is a dev that is nowhere to be seen, which is fine. I know a very good dev, yeah, that runs big projects, and he never is in the chat. He just does the marketing. He literally moons every project. Some of them are a bit rubbish, but he's never in the chat. But he has a really good guy that does his VC. Yeah. But these particular low cap coins, there is no team essentially. It's usually one person and he might have moderators. Otherwise, it's a bit silly him running a 11k market cap token. So how active is the dev team? Who is actually in the team? So if there's like 4 or 5 mods, I assume that they probably predict it's going to grow, or on the flip side, they don't know what they're doing. So it is a sense that, just to recap on this, you have to look at the marketing wallet. So go through the marketing wallet, go through the creator wallet, see if they've made any other tokens. That's another thing to look at. So you can always go here and go to the contract creator and have a look at what they've done. Sometimes there's a lot of transactions, sometimes 400 or 500, and they've made tokens every single day, and you can check out how they done as well. So the other thing is have a look at the chart. How does the chart look? Analyze the liquidity. Yeah, is it 10%, 20%? Is it dumping, pumping? Also, are they actually promoting it? Because even the big tokens, I was reading Harmony One just secured a funding for $400 million, and they're going to use that all on marketing. Yeah, every single token, every single coin, apart from Bitcoin, that was really network effects. But that is literally the point where it make or break a token, and they must know what they're doing with the promotions. If they're doing the wrong type of promotions, they burn their cash and it's finished. Always check what's in the marketing wallet. that'll give you an indication, because when the money dries up, there's not really much to do but to say, shill your bags, gents. So I would also look at how active is the team. Are they engaged in the community? If you message Dev and he doesn't come back to you, that's usually a good sign that um, you know you're not that important, or he doesn't really value you, especially if you DM a mod or a developer and they never come back to you with a serious question. um, then yeah, I would be a little worried there. So hopefully this helps. There's a lot more to it. It all comes from experience rather than you actually, just doing these 5 points and that's it. But hopefully it's giving you some tips to bear in mind, even if you take away some things from this video. I hope it helps. Till next time, take care.